You're an expert, right? You've been doing what you do for years. You have the track record. But what happens when someone searches a person that does the same thing that you do? Do they find you or do they find someone else? Maybe someone with half your expertise or your experience, but who's everywhere on LinkedIn, on podcasts, on speaking stages. And you keep thinking, but how do they get all these opportunities? Maybe they search your name and people have to sift through a lot of people with your same name. And when they finally find you, does what they find reflect what you actually do? Your problem is not competence. Your problem is a visibility problem. And that is exactly what we're going to talk about today. Hi. If you're new here, my name is Blanca Melendez Del Castillo. And if it sounds Latina, it's because I am. I come originally from Costa Rica, but have been living abroad for half of my life. 3 different continents, 5 different countries, from studying business and marketing to working on corporate and to founding my own business as a personal brand strategist and visual branding expert. If you're watching this, you're probably a business owner, a founder, or maybe an executive who has built that very special experience over the years that deserves to be shared to create impact. You know your field inside out. You've solved problems that others don't even know they have. But here's what many accomplished professionals don't realize. Being excellent is not the same as being recognized for that excellence. Those are 2 different things. Today, we're diving into personal branding, not the superficial fake version of yourself that you see out there. We're talking about a strategic positioning that helps you become the recognized authority in your field, so that clients, investors, and opportunities can actually find you instead of you having to find them. I'll show you why being overlooked despite your expertise and why that happens, the visual branding mistakes that undermine your credibility, and how to stand out authentically in a crowded market. So if this resonates with you, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Let's start with clarity. Personal branding is not about creating a fake persona or becoming something that you're not. Actually, it's quite the opposite. Personal branding is about intentionally shaping how others see and perceive your expertise, your values, your unique approach, instead of leaving it, that perception, to chance. Think about this. When someone like a client or a potential investor looks you up online, what do they find? Do they find something current? Or do they find a profile that is 5 years old? Are your messaging consistent across different platforms? Or worse at all, they don't find anything. Do you even exist online? People are already forming an opinion of who you are based on what they see. The question is whether you're actively managing that narrative or you're just simply hoping that your work speaks for itself. Here's the reality. In today's market, quality alone doesn't get you noticed. You need strategic visibility. Personal branding is about taking all those years of experience, your unique insights, your specific way of solving problems, and packaging it in a way that resonates with the people that you want to attract, to the ones that need your expertise. And for those of you that have spent 15, 20, 25 years on your field, you have something incredibly valuable that it's emerging and that you need to share, and it's your proven expertise. You have real results, you have real track record, you have real experience, and that is your superpower. Here's why you've been overlooked. Even though you're the most qualified, you might be looking like everyone else. Go to LinkedIn right now and scroll through profiles in your industry. Headshots that don't feel natural. The same generic posts that talk about leadership or innovation. There's a lot of volume, but not so much substance. When you look like everyone else, you become a commodity, and commodities are competing on price, not on value. If you want to attract premium clients and premium fees, You need to differentiate yourself visually and strategically, and that is a non-negotiable. So why does personal branding should matter specifically to you, someone who is already accomplished? The first thing is differentiation and visibility. You operate in a competitive market where a lot of professionals are competing for attention. Your unique combination of skills, expertise, and perspective is what sets you apart. Personal branding helps you highlight those differentiators and effectively communicate it. When you build strategic personal branding and visibility, you ensure that when someone in your industry needs expertise, your name is the one top of mind, the name that comes to mind first. Whether through speaking engagements, media features, or your digital presence, your brand makes you recognizable. The second point is credibility and trust. Trust is everything in business. When you consistently share valuable insights and let people see your expertise in action, you position yourself as a thought leader. This trust translates into opportunities, partnerships, speaking engagements, media interviews, board positions, whatever. Your brand becomes a credibility multiplier. Third are premium opportunities. A strong personal brand doesn't just bring more opportunities, it brings better opportunities. Your brand helps you attract opportunities that match your level of expertise rather than constantly having to prove yourself that you're worthy. And fourth, clarity and confidence. Building your brand requires deep reflection on your personal identity, your professional identity, your values, and most of all, where you're heading. This process brings a lot of clarity. When you're clear on what you have to offer, you show in more confidence. And that confidence translates in how you present yourself, how you price your services, and which opportunities you can pursue. Now let's talk about the personal brand mistakes, especially on visual branding, that are killing your credibility. Mistake number 1, generic headshots that looked correct but don't feel like you. That photo tells me nothing about who you are or why should I work with you. Or even worse, it is a cutout from a different photo or a selfie. Really? Mistake number 2, no visual consistency. Your LinkedIn looks one way, your website another, maybe even outdated. Your social media is a random collection of posts with no coherence. That inconsistency robs you from being remembered as the authority in your field. Mistake number 3, visuals that don't match your expertise level. You're a professional with over 15 years or more of experience, but your visual identity makes you look like you're a newbie. Your visual identity should reflect the same level of your authority. But how do you build a personal brand using a strategic approach? So now let me walk you through how to build a personal brand strategically. Step 1, define your brand identity. This is your foundation. What do you stand for? What specific problems do you solve better than anyone else? What makes your approach different? This requires a lot of introspection and authenticity. Your brand must reflect who you truly are, not who you think the market wants you to be. Let me explain what I mean by authenticity, because this word, it gets thrown around a lot. And this is my own definition of authenticity. Authenticity is when you feel good about being yourself. It's that feeling that you have when you're not pretending, not forcing, not hiding parts of you just to fit a mold. You can call it whatever you want, but you know what I mean, right? It's when presenting yourself doesn't feel like work. It feels natural. It feels freeing. It feels right. I've developed a framework called SHINE. It helps clarify this brand essence through strategic positioning, understanding your ideal client, your hero, defining your identity, clarifying your narrative, and also plan on how to elevate that brand, how to communicate it. Step number 2, identify your target audience. Who exactly are you trying to talk to? Who is your hero? And I mean this specifically, not just business people, for example. What are their challenges? What keeps them awake at night? What kind of content do they consume? How do they feel about it? What motivates them? Understanding your audience deeply allows you to craft a message that really resonates. Take time for this research. It probably is the best investment of time you can ever make because everything else builds on this foundation. And I believe that this is one of the most important steps and one that actually never ends because you can never get to know your customer too well. Step 3, create a strategic thought leadership. Content is how your expertise becomes visible, whether it's articles, LinkedIn posts, videos, or speaking engagements. Your content should consistently reflect your brand and provide real value, your perspective, and you will hear me talk a lot about perspective. Find a way of creating content that is easy for you, a method that comes natural. Maybe you are someone who communicates by talking, then maybe video or a podcast could be a good way for you. Or you might be good at writing, and that's the way you organize your thoughts. So maybe writing blogs or articles could be your thing. Your content should position yourself as the authority. Focus on creating content that educates, that inspires, that provides a truthful and authentic insight that your audience can use and can relate to. Step 4, invest in professional visual identity. This is critical and often overlooked, underestimated. Your visual presence, the photos, the videos, the graphics that you use aren't really optional extras. They're essential on how you are perceived. But here's the thing, not only how you're perceived by others, but how you perceive yourself. First impressions happens in seconds. When someone lands on your website, on your LinkedIn profile, your visuals communicate your level of professionalism before they even read a single word of what you have to say. This means that investing in professional photography and professional videography or creation of content, it's about helping show your personality. It's not curating something that you're not. It's just getting the best out of you. And sometimes you just need the help to find that. Because here's what really matters. Building connection through content that expresses your insights, it's gonna last for a long time. Your visual identity should align with your vision to where you're going, not where you are not right now. I actually did a TEDx talk in Nuremberg, and I am gonna put the link in the notes so that you can listen to it, probably the best invested 16 minutes, where I delve deeper into this topic about creating a visual identity of the future aligned with where you're going. Step 5, optimize your digital presence. LinkedIn is typically the primary platform for business leaders right now. But wherever you show up, make it count. If you have your own website, if you're creating your own blogs, if you're using YouTube to create your presence, your profile should be strategically optimized. Your headline, your about section, your feature content, everything should communicate your expertise clearly. Post consistently or show up consistently wherever you are showing up. Engage authentically, share your perspective. Social media is about building relationships, but also in-person events. Build thought leadership that is about providing value to those people that you want to reach. Also network. That's a step number 6, strategically. Your brand expands through meaning, through connections, through relationships. Attend the right events, seek collaboration opportunities, get seen at conferences. Each connection that you create is taking you one step closer to being known for your expertise and for people to remember you. Want to know how to stand out in a crowded market? Stop following what everyone else is doing. Everyone is posting the same motivational quotes, so stop sounding like everyone else. It takes time to figure it out, and maybe at some point, you do sound like someone else. But don't give up. Keep trying to find your own voice. Maybe it's an unpopular opinion. Maybe show your behind the scenes. Be telling your stories, how you got to where you are now. Because when you blend in, you tend to disappear. Your expertise becomes invisible. So how do we overcome the challenges? Building a personal brand that reflects the vision that you have of yourself, where you're going, doesn't come without challenges. Balancing authenticity and professionalism is one of them. You want to be yourself, but you want to be credible. So where's the line? And here's my perspective. Be human and stay relevant. You can share personal experiences, but connect them to the reality of your own insights, your own experience. You can show your personality. Not everything has to be like on this corporate format. The key is relevance. Ask yourself how you can serve your audience. Another of the constraints that often gets in the way of us building this personal brand for ourselves is a time constraint. You're running a business or you're a busy executive and you don't have unlimited hours for the content creation, but you have time to think. So be strategic, batch your work, delegate what you can, maybe hire someone to help you do that. Because the most important thing is not for you to take your own photos or to edit your own videos, is to share your knowledge, your thought leadership, your insights in a way that it's also discoverable for other people. And that reflects the high level of your expertise. Another challenge that comes quite often is imposter syndrome. Even the most highly accomplished professionals struggle with this. Trust me. That voice that is inside your head that questions whether you are enough, or you've done enough to be sharing what you know, to be recognized as an authority. But I tell you what, there's always someone who's behind you. There's always someone who that what you know is of immense value for them. So don't shy away of sharing what you know. You are ready and you are enough. If you're waiting for the right moment to feel ready to go out in the world and show your expertise, let me tell you, there is no such thing. You will never feel ready. There will always be a little fear inside of all of us. Are we enough? There is no perfect moment. There is no perfect version of you that will get you there. What you have now, it's enough. So start now, because out there are people that need exactly what you can share, exactly what you can do for them. Personal branding is not optional anymore for business leaders, and certainly not for founders, for consultants, or for coaches, for example. If you want to be recognized as a leader in your field, personal branding is a must. It's how you learn to differentiate yourself in a competitive market. It's how you attract the right opportunities. It's how you can charge what you're worth. I know you've invested years building this knowledge and your business or your expertise or your career. And now it's the time to ensure that the world knows about it, because you can create impact, because you can change people's lives. So where do we go from here? The first thing you need to do is to get crystal clear on your brand identity, on what differentiates you from everyone else, what makes you you. You need to understand who you're serving. You need to invest in professional visual identity so that it reflects the level of authority that you have. You need to develop a perspective. Be clear about what your perspective is in your industry and your field, and show up sharing that perspective, that element of differentiation that it's joined from everything of your expertise, your things that you have lived, and all of that gives you that unique way of seeing things. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's more about being authentically visible. It's about having a purpose. Why am I sharing this. It's not just for ego, it's because of the impact that you can create. If you think this video provided value to you and some interesting insights, make sure to subscribe so you miss next videos. And if you have specific questions on how to build your personal brand as an expert, make sure to leave them in the comments. I will read them and make sure to create new videos that answer those questions. Thank you.